Hello and welcome back to Howard Disc Golf, bringing you the 18th installment of the Belch'n Turkey, a marquee event here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's a great event, and on this round one coverage, we have James Cole, Dylan Braseel, Seth Overbay, Braden Doctor, and BB Brandon Brown. Alright, so these guys started off on hole 3, standard hyzer shot from the long to short position. 247 feet. You just want to throw something high with a little bit of hyzer. Probably see some fairway drivers or overstable mid. They want to get around this tree and just have a good look because this is the first hole in the tournament and you want to start off strong. So let's see what BB's got. That's got enough hyzer and that's coming in a little long. Definitely will have a look from there. Yeah, I wanted to hop on and do some solo commentary. It's been a while since I've done some solo. Snappy catches a tree there. But this is the home course. Dylan Braseel and Snappy have been playing here for a very long time. And there's that low skip. Well, he's doing a low skip shot there. And he is parked. Before the round, I was looking at different cards and whatnot, and why not have Chattanooga locals on the lead, the first card. And I was talking to Braden about it. Man, that boy was nervous, but it's all good. He's a great player. Seth Overbay with a big turnover, lefty style, within the circle. He'll definitely have a look. Snappy's having to recover after keeping his drive just a little wide. But that ain't nothing but a thing. That's a nice bid. Seth's got a couple of those skinny trees in his way. I just got a feeling it ain't gonna be no problem. Perfect. BB with his look. BB always good for a nice straddle. And barely sneaking it in the chains. Nice. Dylan with an absolute park job. Nothing wrong with starting off with a birdie. And Snappy taking his par. Braden also will, and that will lead into hole 4. So after hole 3, which is the first hole, Dylan and Seth and BB all sitting at 1 down. That's a beautiful shot of Amnicola Highway there. So on to hole 4, 246. This is a standard flick shot for me, and probably some of these fellas too, unless they just do a backhand turnover. It's in the short position, so it's not, you just have to miss this one tree on the left, and if it's drifting towards the basket, you really should be just fine for a birdie putt within the circle. So this is a must get, and you feel like you're losing one to the field if you don't commit and get it. And that one, if he would have hung it out just a little wider, I think that skip would have complemented the ground play and it would have been parked. Like this one's hanging out wide enough. Oh, and that got a nice roll. That's a great shot by Dylan. Maybe just a little straight. That's a pretty standard hyzer for a lefty. Looks like it just went a little too straight on him. Snappy with the flippy. What a shot. Been lacing lines for years. Oh, damn. All right, he turned that one over. Off in the shrubs. All right, well, he's just trying to get out of here. You know, on such a short hole like this, like after the hole's done, you just think, man, I could have just flicked a putter and then just laid up and just got an easy par, and just goes to show that's the importance of just being clean off the tee always. It's a good run by Seth there. Yeah, sometimes when you're off to the side there, you really just don't have much other than a pitch out, or like maybe finding a real small gap. Couple Chattanooga fellas dropping in some birds. Routine. Yeah, Braden's not going to like that double bogey, but plenty of golf left. Perfect. After hole 4, Dylan is sitting at 2 down, BB's at 1 down. So, Chattanooga boy getting off to a good start here. Going into hole 5, first big test of the round. You'll see a lot of people doing a flex flick from the long to long pin, maybe flicking something that you want to start fading out here and then having it finish about right here, and you just leave yourself an open shot. A 3 on this one is really good. You feel like it's a true birdie, and even a 4 doesn't feel bad. It's important to get off the tee because, I mean, if you end up on the stuff on the right, I mean, you're kind of screwed there. There's high lines that have grown throughout the years, and during this time of year, actually, some of those high lines are available. You see people thumbing through that if they end up on that right side, and that's a good drive by Dylan. He'll leave himself another probably flick to the pin. I respect this shot, the backhand turnover. There's lines over there too, very skinny gaps, but maybe flick something through there. BB with the high anti-flex. That's what I was talking about. Damn. See, that's perfect. He's looking at the basket. I mean, that would be a hero too. But he's definitely going to be looking at a 3 from being right there for sure. Yeah, that was a good shot by Seth. He might be a little pinched off. We'll see. And that's that right side. Call that the thicket. Yep, and that's that. Looks like he tomahawked it, and he almost got out, but he's still on that edge, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be out in the open. This hole's so important to par. Yeah, Snappy's got a line. Oh, that was looking good. Dealing with the old flick. Money. That's a gimme bird. And BB does have a look. And that was a good run by BB. All right, so Braden's found himself over here, airborne. Nice. That's a great save. And I bet that feels real good after that other hole. It's a great shot, man. That was awesome. It was a great putt. Ooh. It was a good run. I mean, he made the best of it, and he didn't leave himself too far out, so it's a good bid. Lil Moaney. Couple birdies from those. Nice threes, fellas. Snappy with the comebacker. Par's a good score on this one. You know, I mean, you want the birdie, of course, but you're not too upset with a par. Also a great par save from Seth. So after hole 5, Dylan still has the lead by 1 over BB, and BB's got 1 over Seth. Onward to hole 6. This hole's changed a whole bunch throughout the years. The left side used to be super tight. I'm talking, you got off on the left side and you might take a 5. But things happen, course maintenance happens, and now a lot of times people just try to find themselves going up this middle gap on the long to long location and throw something out there, have it flip up, get around that first big tree in the middle, and you should be good to go. Let the disc do the rest of the work. Flip, and that's the tree. If you can flip something around that tree, not too much, and the disc will just glide its way through the rest of the fairway. It's turning a little much, maybe. Oh no. Well, he got the full flight out of that one, and he's gonna find himself right outside circle 1, and that's a great drive. And you just feel better after a drive like that, you know, like you don't have to contend with all the trees, nothing. You got a putt. So that's a good result for BB. And that's early. You got another kick out, very generous kick. You don't want to end up on the stuff on the left. That's rough. Ooh, the lefty flex flick. Yo. Okay. Dude, he's within the circle. That's crushed. What a shot. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, it cut rolled on him a little bit. Man, Braden's just catching a couple bad lucks here and there. Same with Snappy. It's all about being in like a prime location on the fairway. Any part. I personally like the left side. It complements the flick game. So this is for Snappy's 3. All right, well, you know, sometimes you just got to take them bogeys. "30 to 35 feet out, dude. Count that putt in most of the time for Dylan. That's a smooth putt. Consistent. BB after his full flight drive. Off the nubs. And that's a real good birdie by Seth, man. A lefty flick. That's good stuff. He ain't gonna like it, but it's a bogey. And it looks like Braden is going to follow suit most likely. BB with the par. Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
liftoff. We have liftoff.
Shout out to the boys over at Gravity Disc Golf. So after hole 6, Dylan's still holding on to that one stroke lead over BB and Seth. All right, we're getting to another hole that's you're gonna see a lot of flicks on. This is also another gimme hole. You wanna flick something and you have two options. Flick something and hopefully it goes to the left side here and get that full area. Skip it once you get to these two not so dark trees and have it just nestle its way up to the basket. Plan on the skip and roll, and it's a gimme. You don't want to miss out on the birdie on hole 7. Seth going the high. It's a great shot. Most likely a flick Firebird. No, it's not Firebird. It's close enough. I feel like that's within Dylan's range to get another birdie. Another good flick. Nice shot by BB. Basically parked it. Looking tasty. Excellent tree. Park job. I think that might be a little short. Yep. I mean, he'll be outside circle 1. Still have a look though. Hey, climb in there. Climb in there. Let's run that thing back. It's climbing in. It's a good putt by Snappy. Get one on the board. That feels nice, especially after just taking a bogey. Dylan stringing them together. Stringing these birds together. That's a boost. Seth with another birdie. All right, BB and Seth are making Dylan work for this one stroke advantage that he's had for quite a while now. And that's a CTP shot by Braden. Okay, so after hole 7, Dylan still got that one stroke advantage. James is in the negative. Braden's on his way. Onward to hole 8, another tester hole. It's just one of those where, once again, be clean off the tee. You might as well just play to A's basket, because if you go play to A, you are looking straight at the long position. And I mean, as long as you're looking at it, you've got a couple options. You can flick, or you can throw a controlled backhand shot and just have it nestle towards the basket. Don't throw it too long, or else you'll end up in the pit. And I mean, you can make putts from down there, but it's better just to throw more of a finesse shot and have it make its way down towards the basket. There's lines from over there. Definitely some flick lines from there. That's looking good. And BB's on that left side, but he's such a forehand dominant player. Well, he can do it both, but he's going to have enough room on the right side to finesse a flick. Plenty of room. And Seth doesn't think that's a good drive, but I mean, that's exactly where Dylan is. Probably even better because he's right in the middle. Definitely some lines over there. And Braden with a crush. Dead center of the fairway. That's what you want. Snappy catching some bad breaks here. This is not where you. This is a tough shot here. At this point, you're just like, let me get up and down after this shot. So he's just looking to say par, and dude, that's a crush. I mean, that's fantastic. He actually has a look for a three, a sketchy look, but it's a look. And that's looking real nice if it gets down. So he's pin high. He's not really in the pit, just kind of off to the side of it. Some funky footing that I think he'll be able to manage. Dylan with the big arm. And some good action. Wow. Wow. He'll be within the circle looking at his birdie. That's fantastic. BB drop to the knee. Maybe he wanted a little bit more turn out of that. But he's well within the circle, looking to save his three. That's a good shot. Nice and controlled. He'll be looking at his three as well. See if he can pull out a masterful. Still a great four. I mean, being that far off the drive, that far back, I mean, a four, you're proud of it. It's a great birdie save. Nice. That one felt good. Nice work by BB. Snappy save his par. He'll forget about that drive. Left side chains, perfect for a lefty. He got his birdie, and we are getting close. Dylan is 5 down. Seth and BB are also at 4 down, so they're 1 behind Dylan. Onward to hole 9, 310 feet. From the long position up to where the tires are, 310 feet. I think you'll see a lot of flicks here, or maybe a controlled backhand. Watch out for this last tree right here and let something nestle its way down to the basket. And this should be this is a pretty gimme two. You feel like you're losing one to the field if you miss this one. Seth with a controlled backhand shot. It's filtering. It's a good shot. Looking right at it. The elevation, the height of the basket isn't really too intimidating, but it looks like Dylan just turned that over just a wee bit and found himself hitting a tree. And this is one of those holes where you're like, man, can't believe this is just a flick. I just keep telling myself it's just a flick. And that's how you do it. Just like that. Braden. Also a fantastic flick. 2 park jobs. And the backhand master. Keep it. Maintain. Yes, sir. Who needs a flick when you've got a controlled backhand putter shot? Smart play. He's just laying it up. Get the par, get off the hole, and forget it, because nothing ever happened. That's a rough miss. Basket on the tires. few park jobs. If you know how to throw a flick, you'll be just fine on this hole. After hole 9, Dylan and BB both at 5 down. So now we finally have some ties going on. Seth's at 4, just one back of them. All right, going into hole 10, you've got a couple options. You can backhand something, maybe a fairway driver that stands up a little bit, have it hit about where this tree is, maybe 10 feet past, and just have it just nestle its way up to the basket. This time of year, turkey time, the leaves are gonna kind of like, sometimes they let them slide further and sometimes they just stop the disc. So, and that's not what you want. You do not want to end up over there. That early kick. That's also not what you want at all. Más importante, to get off the tee clean. Hey, the trees spat that thing out. Damn. This is rough. You don't want to be over, you don't want to hit these trees this early. All right, Dylan, giving this card some light. Oh yeah. Within the circle. Park job. That was a great shot. Great out by Braden. A roller? No way. No way. That's amazing. There's so many little trees over there. I'm just so surprised it didn't hit nothing. It's crazy. See if Snappy can make something happen. Just a little too much hanging out wide. Rough. That's an excellent par save by Seth. I mean, being off in the shrubs over there and then somehow just rolling something. I respect it. Snappy ran just a little far and oh no. Yeah, I bet Snappy wish he could have that one back. Snappy looking like, what did I just do? What is life? What are trees? Alright, so after hole 10, Dylan snagged a bird, took the lead back. BB at 5 down, Seth still at 4. Going into hole 11, 274 feet. This is also, I'm going to say it's a gimme. But you have to be very touchy with your shot. Backhand, something straight. Kind of like this. I don't think you could actually throw a better shot other than maybe throwing it in the bucket. Maybe throwing something straight as well. Sure. Couple park jobs. See if Seth can follow suit. Looking good. Get there. Yep, that's also within the circle. Everyone's got putts at it.
Oh my God, dude.
We won't talk about that. I feel him though. I feel you. Ophelia. Backhand putter shot from Snappy. Excellent correction. Braden is off in the shrubs, trying to clean up. Yeah, he's just looking to just get off his hole at this point. Another one of those holes where, that's a great shot. Another one of those holes where you think back afterwards and you're like, dang, man, I should just, I don't know. Once again, just being clean off that tee. That's a great birdie by Seth. All right, story time with Ben Howard. That little flinch right there. There's a spider web. Oh, dude, that stinks. There's a spider web that was all up in my face whenever I was filming Seth's putt. And dude, I saw this spider land on my nose. This thing was green. And as soon as he putt, I mean, I don't like spiders, so I flinched and I was like, whoa, whatever. All right, so after the round 1 front 9 coverage, Seth and BB are at 5. Dylan is sitting at 7. This is fantastic stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe to Howard Disc Golf, and I will see you on the back 9 of round 1. Peace.